All right, back at it. Gonna get one today. Going for an Oscar talk. Here we go. What it be? In a web land. Oscar talk back for another one. Gonna get this. Got a little early Oscar talking. Oscar walking in the park. It's nice and sunny. See, pretty cool though. Pretty cool this early part of the day. Talk about. Got some thoughts. Some considerations. Manipulation. There it is. As I move along here, as we talk to me a little slow coming out. We're running walking talks, but still moseying, still moving along, still hanging. I think kind of one of the what I'm doing here is, it's basically just like I said, I'm not trying to regurgitate too much. But, however, there are a lot of main topics of life. So there's going to be overlap and overlay and all that. And with that said, some of the things I'm seeing lately is that I don't know, these ideas of there's just one answer for everybody that'll work for everybody. There's one way. I mean, I know it's cliche what I'm about to say. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I mean, that's very cliche. I get it, but I think working trades are like, I've always liked cars, so I've always tinkered on cars, done my own stuff with cars to the best, to my capability, to what I can do. But when you do that kind of work, you'll always see like there's more than one way to get things done, and there's more than one tool, and you're always going to kind of strive to not what's the easiest, but sometimes what the simplest fix is the most solid, and a lot of times there's a specific tool for a specific job you're doing or you need to do. You may or may not have that tool. You may or may not be able to afford that tool, whatever. And then you got to find the hacks or the workaround and still get it done where it's done right. Sometimes that's trial and error. But my main point being is it's not always just one way is the only way. And so that's why I do this, because I recognize that I'm not bringing some sort of in-depth research, hidden knowledge type stuff. I'm bringing either my opinion and or my commentary. And I'm not, and I guess I'm doing it out of just the choice to do it and to have fun with it, enjoy it, and put it out there, and then see if I get any actual feedback or any actual people that think, I know, I'll hear what he's got to say, because I listen to a lot of different. I try to anyway. What I think are different opinions and points of view. Sometimes I don't agree with anything. Like recently, I listened to, what did I listen to? Oh, the creature from Jekyll Island thing. That was interesting. It was interesting. I was gonna read it, but I decided to try the Audible way. It was a long listen, but I heard it out, listened to it, and it was interesting. I didn't agree with a lot of it, but there's some really strong points made by it, that's for sure. Yeah. So, and I shared that on my regular Facebook. I just shared that out for people. But yeah, it was an interesting listen, interesting, it'd be a good read. But yeah, that's the goal, try to gain different points of view and sift through it, and what kind of makes sense, what works in my situation, or what works for you in your situation. And there's always different ways to accomplish things and get things done. And you can know, I think when you learn the basics, when you got the basics down, then you can you develop your own hacks to doing stuff. And sometimes that's just what it be. Or you see someone do what you're trying to accomplish, and I've seen it, because like I said, I like working on cars and doing stuff. So I watch a lot of that kind of content, and I see someone doing what I was had lined out to do, and I see what different tool they're using, or maybe they're different process or different fastener, and I'm like, oh man, that I could have used it. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll try that. I'll find where do they have that kind of fastener, or that kind of weld, or something like that. So that's why it's just as important to kind of gather a variety of points of view. And for me, it's kind of hard to express, well, what do I want to see, or because I just don't express myself. Like, I just go seek what it is, and go for it that way. Yeah. So if someone's producing content that I'm interested, I watch. Different stuff. So that's really what the walk and talk was going to be about today. It's just that, points of views, perspectives, thoughts, ideas, considerations, and imaginations. And keep on walking, keep on talking, keep on making it do what it do. So if you watched along this far, thank you.